eighth graders and parents, welcome. It's pretty amazing that some of you are graduating and please God, thinking about coming to Or Chaim. It's really getting to start high school. And for me, what I find most amazing is certain cases where I see a child, and wow, this is the oldest, and then in some cases I see someone and it's the youngest. And sort of getting that difference in sense of generations. As I've been here more and more years, I start to get the sense of families and the number of students that they've come here. It really is an amazing reality check for me in terms of just my own time and the growth that I've seen here at Or Chaim, and it's something that I'm very proud of. I have many goals here for this morning to get us started, but I want to start by introducing you to some of the members of our team who you will meet. Some of you may know them already, but I encourage you to find ways to speak to them, ask them questions, get to know them. Really do your best to gain an understanding into the true impact that they have. We start off with Mr. Hillel Rapp. Our principal, Mr. Rapp, oversees our entire educational program here in the school and our credits, and is responsible for our teachers and so much of the educational program that goes on here. Next up, Mr. Jonathan Parker, our assistant principal and the campus head, our director of education here at Or Chaim and over the schools in general, responsible most importantly for you, day-to-day operations and day-to-day running of this school. Our dean, Mr. Gerald Lazar, director of admissions, responsible for this morning's program, and really are overseeing our robust system of guidance and so many of the programs and clubs and committees and initiatives that go on here at Or Chaim. And our newest member, who we are most excited about, who's also a parent, looking to consider Or Chaim for his son, Rabbi Yoni, our Menahel, who has an incredible portfolio, our Yoni Collins program, the level of our learning, the inspiration, our Masidim, Nishmar, religious growth, all of our breakfast programs, learning, and lunch and learning, and really so much that goes on here, which we hear a lot about, is all under Rabbi Shostak's repertoire, and really his entire focus is on our boys and their religious growth. Most significantly, Mr. Parker, Mr. Lazar, and Rabbi Shostak all teach our students directly. They all have open doors, and our students feel very comfortable hanging out in their offices and spending time learning with them. Mrs. Miriam Klein, in charge of our entire program academic support, and really so much more than that, something that benefits all of our students in so many different ways. Every aspect of our yeshiva has been built to ensure that we provide our young men with a ton of educational, social, emotional, and religious guidance and support. We recognize something that all of you know, I think, that kids today need a ton of advice and guidance to succeed, and it's our responsibility to provide that. And towards that end, we've developed an exceptional team of Rabbi who spend more time with each and every Talmud within yeshiva than anyone else. Our Rabbi begin the year by calling all of our parents, introducing themselves, and making it clear that they are the Rebbe, and you can go to them for anything you need at any point. They host Mishmar events in their homes, they host Shabbat Tonim in their homes, they go places with the students, they're involved throughout their day and throughout their lives. Religious commitment, Shmiras and Mitzvahs, among our Talmidim is not easy in any case, among adolescents today. And our Talmidim have lots of questions and challenges that exist in this world around them. And our Rebbeim go above and beyond their teaching to help our Talmidim develop positive self-confidence and self-worth to strengthen their lifelong commitment to halacha. We've made this a major focus of yeshiva, and it is a significant priority that we don't take lightly. And finally, we have an incredibly talented group of shlichim who, of course, serve as rebbeim and teachers within our yeshiva, but they also bring a love of Medinat Yisrael, of Eretz Yisrael, of Torah Yisrael, and a passion towards religious Zionism that adds so much to our yeshiva. This morning's a packed program, but please allow me to share with you a very brief Torah thought that I think very much relates to what makes Or Chaim so unique. Within halacha, within orthodoxy, within Jewish life, I think we recognize that there are many different ways in which Jews decide to live their religious lives. And there are some who isolate themselves and try to live in a world cut off from the world around them. And then there are those who try, as difficult as it is, to mesh their religious lives within the larger cultural environment that we live in. And in fact, for one to maintain a true Torah lifestyle, it's much easier to be completely cut off and isolated from society and the world around us. We believe that HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants us to enjoy this world. He wants us to be part of this world. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants us to elevate the world around us through our commitment to Torah and mitzvahs. This past Shabbos, we were introduced to Noah. Noah was called a tzaddik b'dorotav, a tzaddik in his generation, and at least according to one opinion that he showed him, it's because he stood against the tide to go at it alone. And over the next few weeks, we will see Abraham, who made it his life mission to promote monotheism to an idolatrous society. And in fact, when Abraham asked the HaKadosh Baruch Hu to save the city of Stone on account of the righteous people within the city, Abraham asked, are there 50 tzaddikim b'toch ha'ir? And I once heard a beautiful idea that when Abraham was asking, are there 50 tzaddikim b'toch ha'ir, what in effect he was saying is that it's much harder to be a tzaddik within the city than it is to be outside the city. And it's much more of a challenge to make that commitment to Torah and mitzvahs within society and within the culture around us. And at Or Chaim, we do everything possible to teach our Talmidim that they have to be steeped in Torah, 100% committed to halacha, but very much within the world around us. Our Limudei Kodesh subjects are not just subjects, but they are guidebooks that we use in our lives. And you will see this in the context of our admissions programs. To the 8th graders here and to the parents here in the last few years, we have made it a major priority to ask questions and to look into our candidates who are looking to get into Or Chaim, to find out, are they wearing tzitzis on a regular basis? Are they going to Minyan on Sunday? Are they going to shul on Friday night? Do they accept these Torah and mitzvahs concepts and principles as true halacha that is a part of them? And if it's not the case, then unfortunately we're saying no to too many kids more often than not because they don't fit what we are looking for out of Or Chaim. So something to think about and start considering now, because it's going to come up in your interview, and it's going to come up in the conversations we have with your elementary school, to make sure that you're going to Minyan on Sunday, to make sure that you're going to Marav, to make sure that you're going to shul, to make sure that tzitzis is a part of you, that this is a part of how you live and who you are. We say and we talk about the fact that we are so much more than a school, but it isn't just a tagline. We believe it to be true. We are always innovative. We are always coming up with new ideas and new programs. And the reality is this was on display more than ever the past 2 weeks. When Yom Tov ended 2 weeks ago and the world began to wake up to the atrocities that are beyond words, that were committed and perpetrated by Hamas terrorists, it was our students at Or Chaim who sprung into action and led the way in so many ways. I spoke yesterday at Clinton Park Synagogue, and I mentioned that just as Noah had a window in his teva to make sure to see what was going on around him, and there's a mitzvah to have a window in a beit knesset in a shul, so that when you're davening, you make sure to see what's going on in the world around you. So too, our students live with that principle. And on Motzei Yom Tov, immediately our students organized an impromptu gathering right here in Or Chaim, where they sat and they sang and they listened to Divrei Torah and Chizuk, led by Rabbi Shostak and many others, and they prayed on behalf of Achenu B'nai Yisrael. And of course, they then had another formal program on Monday the next day, where it was similarly packed. Both times, no school, only optional, but it was the Or Chaim boys who led the way. We added additional tefillot into Tehillim and our davening, as well as engaged in chesed and learning opportunities that are still continuing. The first week, the boys made it a point to make sure that there was somebody sitting in the beis medrash the entire time that school was in session, either learning or saying Tehillim, on behalf of all of the families that have been impacted and hurt and continue to be in the context of what happened in Israel. Our Or Chaim boys played a major role in a community-wide Siyum Tanakh led by Shorosh Shamayim and partnered by so many shuls. But it didn't stop there. It kept continuing. Or Chaim became the leaders in the boys who were responsible for packing dozens of boxes and duffel bags of materials which were gathered and sent to Israel. The efforts were organized and led institutionally by Mizrahi Canada, but it was the students of Or Chaim who made it all happen. And if time allowed, I would share pictures and videos of what the students accomplished, including seeing it on the other end, when stuff got to Israel. And that's where it was so impressionable, the impact that was made. Our Or Chaim students helped create a list of all of the alumni from Or Chaim who are currently serving in Sahel, so they could send around their Hebrew names, and people could add to their tefillot. And we reached out to many of those families whose children were, not that long ago, in some cases, sitting right here at our open house. In a baseball game, I use this mashal often, there are players and there are spectators. And to be an Or Chaim is to be a player on the field of the Jewish people. We aren't just watching Jewish history from the sidelines, but we are engaging with everything that is happening. And these past 2 weeks, school was not and could not be simply business as usual. It's a tough balance between classes that need to take place and the immense learning and growth that happens daily and everything that happens outside the classroom as well. My son Yosef just graduated. He's currently in Yeshiva in Israel. And I know this may sound a bit self-serving, but after now reflecting on his experience and seeing a graduate for 4 years straight through, from 9th grade to 12th grade, and seeing him now in Israel for a year, I can tell you there isn't another school in the world that I would have preferred to have my son attend and graduate from than Or Chaim. And I feel totally confident, completely at ease telling you, our future Or Chaim parents and students, that if you send your child to Or Chaim, we really are going to do everything we can to make sure that they are happy, fulfilled, and successful. Our faculty is incredibly talented and committed to our students, and they work tirelessly to do everything possible to help our students succeed. One theme, and I'll close with this, that you will hear this morning, is that we are never satisfied with the status quo. And we're always trying to get better and better each year. Today, adolescence is a difficult journey, as hard perhaps as it ever was to be a teenager. Your choice of high school is a decision that's going to set you on a journey to what will undoubtedly be the most impressionable and vital years of your life. Take that voyage, take that trip in a caring, loving, vibrant, protective environment of Or Chaim. We believe that it's a decision that will set you on the most exceptional path yet you have to travel. Thank you for listening.